Right, hey guys, just wanted to run through Wednesday's nutrition seminar. So first of all, we're just going to talk about the macros and the calories. So first thing I want you to do, if you weren't here on Wednesday, is to go into the Pro 12 group on the Trainerize app. Hopefully you're figuring out how to use that from now. It's pretty simple. If you need a hand, just contact myself. So when you're in the Pro 12 group, I want you to go to the first link that's come through. Okay. So go to the very first link. So I'll just go onto my phone. So there it is, the Pro 12 group. I'm going to go through it all. Keep going up. You have to go up a fair bit, guys, just because the workouts are saving through now from everyone doing the challenge. So once you get past this one, just go to the very first link, which should be just here. Yep, so the first link here is, first of all, is your calorie intake. So you click onto that one. It'll take you through to a little link to a web page, and then from here I would like for you to fill in your details. So I'll fill in mine. So just go through all this, guys. Obviously with the meters, a few people have wrote 100 here. Just write 1. It'll give you different guides. Kilos. All right. 3. All right, so for myself, I'm just going to go muscle gain just because throughout the year I've been playing footy, so focused on a bit more cardio, but I want to focus on a bit more weights. So choose your goals out of the 3. I'd consider myself nearly extra active just because I walk around all day and train every day. So then go calculate, that's what my numbers come up down the bottom here. So what I'm going to do with that number, I'm going to write it onto the whiteboard. So if you guys could remember that number, print screen it, and then write it on the top of the piece of the paper like I do, it'll help heaps. So I'll write that number on the whiteboard. So I'll write calories up here. So calories up the top, which was 3,547. Right? Yep, come back, come. So the next one, so I'll get out of that. Go back into the group chat again, and I want you to go up one more, which will take us to macros. Oh, there it goes. Someone just did a workout. So make sure you go back to where we were. And then the one above is macros. So I'll click into that one. It will take you to another link. So macros, guys, is what our food's made up of. It'll come up as proteins, fats, or carbs down the bottom. So same thing, fill out what you did. So I'm just filling out the same details, guys. I'll choose the same goals. And then again, this should come through with my 3 numbers. So it gives me my carbs, proteins, and fats. So I'm going to write that at the top of the board as well. So I'll just write it like this, guys. Go protein up the top. Just write pro is 266. Fats is 99. And then carbs is 399. That carbs numbers, guys, people might freak out about just because it's so high, but if I'm extra active at work, and a lot of other people are active at work as well, that number will be high because that gives us our energy. So once I've recorded them numbers, I would like for you then to write 1 day of food on a piece of paper. So just imagine this is the piece of paper. You've got your numbers up top. Alright, then I'm going to write what I'll usually eat in a day. Make sure you don't lie about it, guys, or you'll get nothing out of it. So I'll just write up what I've eaten. I'll just choose yesterday. So that's meal 1. I'll write the time because I just want to see if I'm eating regularly enough. So I do 1 cup of oats. If you don't know if it's 1 cup or not, just write your 8 oats because I don't want you to get too technical with it. So 1 cup of oats with protein. Alright, then I'll write meal 2. So I don't eat chicken at 7 o'clock, guys. I'm not your normal person with this. So I don't get sick of food. So if you find you get sick of food, I want you to try and mix it up as much as you can. But if you like myself and don't get sick of food, you can just stick to the same stuff. So I eat roughly 200 grams of chicken with rice and veggies. Always chuck your veggies with your meals, guys, if you can. Remember to try and mix up the colours. Obviously the colours of the veggies all do different things for our body. So that's me, and then I'll also have some avo. Alright, and then throughout the day, so the time I ate that one was about 7:30. So the next one's about 11, and I do the same thing. Then I'll train. I usually train around midday. So I haven't been having any supplements, which we'll run through next week. So supplements, all I've been having, so I'll train, and I'll have BCAAs, which we'll run through next week, guys, and I have protein after. Alright, then I'll go meal 4. I'm getting technical, guys, which I will explain next week. So white rice after I train. So the thing with white rice compared to brown rice, after you train, you want to try and get in high GI carbs, and white rice is high GI. It gets into our system quicker. So that's why I'm having white rice. If you look up high GI carbs, that will help you. And then chicken as well is fast absorbing protein. So I'll have that after I train. And I make sure I don't have any fats also, because fat slows down your digestion, which after you train, you want to be making sure you're not doing that, because you need all the food you can get. So that's why I do that, which I'll run through in more detail next week. But keeping in mind, guys, that's just being detailed. If you can just change something out of that, that's all I would like you to do. So that's getting technical. Right, then my 5th meal. So guys, keep in mind, if you haven't got the time, like myself, to eat, you can eat it all at the start, you can eat it all at the day, you can eat it all for lunch. You just got to try and get your food in. If you can't get it all in, that's fine. The more you train, the more your body wants it, so you should be starting to get more hungry. So this is where I do beef. That's right, 200 roughly. And then I have rice again, and then I have my avo back in there again. And then I do have my 6, which I do the same as the one above here. Alright, so from there, once I've done all that, guys, I want you to see if you're getting close to your macros. So I'm going to just pick one, and I'm going to pick my protein intake for the day. So I've got to get 266 grams of protein in one day. So I'm going to write on this side, protein 266 grams, and I'm going to list all the protein foods I've eaten. So I had protein powder, so that's 35 grams. So that's roughly, I think majority of them, guys, around 28 grams. If you have a protein powder, make sure they're not too high in carbs. We kind of want to keep that out of it. Protein chicken, so 200 grams of chicken. And I have that. So that meal, I have it in that meal, and I have it in that meal. So I write that times 3. So I've got protein powder again. And for protein powder, it's 28 grams. And then I've got beef 200 grams, which I've done twice. So, come back over, Cam. I'll do this in Google here. So guys, I'm just gonna work out roughly in Google, keeping in mind you could do it in MyFitnessPal and that. So I'm just gonna work out how much protein's in 200 grams of chicken. So I just write it in Google. There it is, so chicken. That should give me a number, guys. 54 grams in 200. So I'll go back to the board, or your piece of paper, which you use it. So I've had 54 times 3, so, oh, good maths here, roughly 162 there, right? I'll do beef next. And I'll go, how much protein same thing, 200 grams of beef. So that's 52. So 52 times 2, I'm at 104 for that. All right, so now I can work out if I'm reaching my protein intake for the day. So I'll just write my numbers, 162 plus 2 protein shakes, 6 plus 104. So from there, Cam, I look pretty good, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm about 300-ish. So I can say that I'm reaching that one, which is good. You've got to keep in mind, guys, too, you want to be eating good foods, chicken and stuff, make sure it's got no skin and all that stuff, lean beef, so then it won't be adding fat and stuff like that. So that's a positive. And then I could do the same thing for fats and carbs as well, but that's just an easy way to do it. Obviously I've got to get to 399 grams of carbs. I think throughout there, I don't reckon I'm eating enough of that because I'm extra active, but that's fine as long as I'm getting somewhere near it. Keep in mind, guys, you don't have to reach the number fully as long as you're increasing something, and the protein intake one would be the main one to increase. Because you're starting to lift weights, you're going to start coming to do your cardio, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week. You need protein in your body or you're just going to rip away your muscle, all right? And that's what we want to do, guys. And then the second half of the program, which is our second 6 weeks, this will change again because you might be at a different weight by then or so on. So keep in mind that. So that's a very easy way to do it. You don't want to confuse it, guys. You want to make it very simple, and I reckon this is very simple. If you do exactly what I did and just write it down and see where you're at, I think that's the best way to go about it. I don't want you to go full crazy over it because we've got to think about long term here. It's more about sustainability, not about, 12-week challenge, I'll lose as much weight, and then after the challenge, you've learnt nothing and you actually put your weight back on. We want you to increase your knowledge, even if it's just increasing your protein intake. That's where you'll get results, and that's where you'll be able to sustain it and live a better, healthy life. So that's it, guys. Keep it simple. Try and do that. That was Wednesday's seminar. Today's seminar on Saturday was pretty much our photos. So if someone hasn't taken their photos, come see me, Cam or Jasmine to take them quickly. Also, body scans, guys. The guys that missed out on Monday, I've contacted the guy 21st of October down at Anytime Fitness. He's going to be down there, so you can pop in there and get your scan done. Other than that, great start to the challenge, guys. Heaps of people gotten in. Enjoy. That's it. Thank you.